Welcome in. You're listening to the Field House. My name is Max Paulson, and I'm joined by Jett Nelson himself.
Hello.
Jay's still out of town. He'll be back next Friday, though. So we will have the full crew, and we start recording again.
Coming
Lovely.
back today, at least. He did say like I'm gonna try to get back by 3:30. We were like, nah,
Nah, not
just
happening.
take your time. Especially,
No,
you know that feeling when you get home from vacation, you're not ready to just jump back into work.
no,
There's
absolutely not.
normally a lengthy nap involved.
Can you call this work, though?
That's true. This feels more like fun. Just
Yeah,
hanging with the boys.
that's why it's such a great career.
Yep.
Just literally getting to do what you already do, but just on a platform. Um, Today lined up, we've got some Rangers talk, talking about some potential All-Stars for the Rangers and how they can continue this turnaround that they've had. And we're going to be doing the little kind of viral 82-0 basketball challenge here later to see if we can go 82-0. I highly doubt it, but we'll see if we can get that going.
I've had a
But
75-7.
heck yeah,
That's
there
been
you
my
go. I've
best
not
one.
done it once.
Oh, really? Okay.
I've not.
It's
So
a pretty fun experience. I'm looking forward to it.
all right. So just immediately, Rangers been on a tear lately, especially offensively the last couple of games. I mean, putting 10 up in a game without Corey Seager in the lineup as well. Who great for him hitting a home run in his first game back. Hope to see more of that. What have you kind of seen here over this last stretch from the Rangers that we haven't seen earlier in the year?
Well, I think you look at just that pivotal moment. You lose those last two against the Astros. Things felt kind of bad, but you did have that 10-7 win, and there was just we had a whole episode about it. It was just this offense just looks like an 82 win team at best at times, and I just don't. I wish I was in the clubhouse more, or someone covering the team could tell me what happened when that first game against the Royals occurred. You got that 9-1 victory, and you go on to sweep Kansas City at home, take those two wins at the first thing in the St. Louis series. And I think just going on some sort of a winning streak, it made it all the way to 5 games, but just having some form of consistency with wins, and that was right before Corey Seager and Wyatt Langford came back to the lineup. So you were able to see that even though we got a little banged up, we were able to weather that storm and find a way to produce and allow some of our top names to return now to the lineup. So I think there's just a lot of more confidence. You see, there were a few pieces already coming around the corner in Jock Heaterson. That's officially what I'm calling him now.
Well,
And
you say that, but and as great as the Guardian series was, he went 0 for 9 in it.
that
And
is
so,
true.
I'm wondering with Wyatt back, you have him in the leadoff spot. What happens to Jock? Jock's strive, that's when he really started hitting the ball, was in that leadoff spot. I think they should put him there, keep him in the leadoff, put Wyatt down to 2, Corey 3, or vice versa. Keep it like that. But I mean, Jock Peterson produces best out of the leadoff spot, I
Yeah,
think.
it's hard to see like I can't remember. Did he hit leadoff in Los Angeles a lot? Was that I don't think that was really his
I don't know.
bread and butter for me. That's we'll get into that later. That clip just keeps traveling. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like some guys just need that change of pace, get a few more at bats, see the ball a bit more. Maybe he strives more against starting pitching. Maybe it's the relief pitchers that kind of get to him a bit better. So maybe the game of baseball is also one where it's just like, how can you not be romantic about it? It's just
Mhm.
different. It's a different world almost, and so I wouldn't be surprised if we just have a streaky Rangers team, and those streaks are great for the AL West right now. I mean, you're still looking at 2 games back of Seattle, if memory serves, but you still have the A's and Astros just hovering there as well. So there's still not a lot of margin for error, which is my main concern. Like, say we just like the Cubs a few weeks ago was a good example. 5 wins, then 5 losses, just
Mhm.
kind of that teeter totter kind of system. And that's what we need to avoid. We just need to find even if you lose a series, like don't get swept, just salvage wins wherever you can. And that steady pace seems like what will be successful in the AL West.
Yeah, and I mean the division's wide open. You were 32 and 33 and in second place. And currently, if the playoffs started today, you'd be the final seed in the American League. You hold a playoff spot right now with the losing record. I mean, that's just how competitive the league is this year. I was reading an article that pretty much almost every team, like besides like, the Rockies and the Angels right now, I mean, almost every single team is in playoff contention right now. I mean, so many
Yeah, I
teams
want
are
to take a
within
look
like 5
at.
games of that last wild card spot.
Yeah, have you taken a look at the NL East? So you have the Atlanta
Yeah, they're
Braves at 45 and 21, insane, plus 116 run differential. And you look at the bottom, the New York Mets 29 and 36. That's the bottom of the NL East. If you plug them in to the AL West, they'll be sitting at fourth, sure, but 5 games behind the first place Seattle Mariners.
yeah.
So,
And then I mean
yeah, I mean,
the NL Central, the NL Central
yeah,
is full of teams that would be first place in the American League West.
absolutely. And that's a tight race itself. Like, no,
Hmm.
you mentioned it. You got the Rockies, the Angels, a few teams. I mean, technically hard to count the Angels out completely, but you know, teams at the bottom of any division still have a puncher's chance. Man, the Mets, that's tough. But yeah, we're seeing it. We're seeing a lot of interesting standings and statistics in baseball. But you know what I've kind of been seeing? I was running through the MLB headlines, prepping for the episode. We're seeing the injury bug start to creep around. It's that middle of the season. I saw J.P. Crawford hitting the 10 to 15-day IL there for the Mariners. A pitch came in on him on the hand there. So that could be a key opportunity. It's time to steal 2 games against the Mariners, kind of apply that pressure. They're dealing with the injury bug. Maybe, you never try to time your injuries, but maybe losing Corey Seager and Wyatt Langford in May may be really beneficial if they prove to stay healthy through the rest of the regular season.
And that's like glad you mentioned that because you're talking about the injury bug hitting, but the Rangers hit it early, and now they're one of the healthiest teams in baseball. Everyone in the lineup besides Danny Jansen, who cares? I mean, Danny Jansen has been not great at all this season. He had that one walk-off clutch hit. I mean, besides that, he's been terrible. He's the only guy in your lineup that's out right now, and Josh Smith. But he hadn't been contributing too much either. But I'm sure once he comes back, he'll get in that rotational role and be a little better. Um, I mean, your pitching staff for the most part's healthy, besides your worst reliever pieces, which Chris Martin and Robert Garcia can stay on the IL for as long as they want.
Thank you. Yes,
I
correct.
mean, seriously, because the second the two of them went down, the bullpen became lights out because the two guys that were giving up the most runs were out of it.
And then, I mean, I love Skip Schumacher, but right when Chris Martin was healthy again, let's plug him in.
Yeah,
To run a homer.
plug him in and move Gavin Collier, who has a 0 ERA, down to
Exactly.
the minors. Yeah, not a smart move. And then Martin immediately goes back on the IL. Which I mean, these things are blessings in disguise. Like I'm saying, I mean, when they're in the game, there's more of a chance that they're going to give up runs. I mean, Martin's ERA is like 8 or 9, and that's in a decently wide sample size too. It's just he comes in and he gives up runs. He's just not the same pitcher he was last year. The guy's 40 years old. His stuff's not as good as it was. He doesn't have the location. He doesn't have anything anymore. And so I think it's just time to cut your losses. I mean, you did it with Andrew McCutchen already. You DFA'd him. I mean, I don't know if you DFA him immediately, but you keep him on the IL as long as possible. See if anyone maybe wants him. I mean, if you have to DFA him, fine. I mean, you're not missing anything by not having Chris Martin on this team, I don't think.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've kind of seen the Rangers have to play some musical chairs with the 40-man roster. It was one of the Little Rascals. The name might slip because
Cody Freeman.
It was Freeman, yeah.
Haggerty got DFA'd. Freeman got sent down.
That's right. So they're trying to fill roster spots. I think I saw from Rangers PR today that Josh Smith is going for a AAA rehab start.
Mm-hmm.
So I would imagine they're trying to plug him back into the roster, even though we have multiple pieces who can play second base.
Well,
But
Josh Smith can play anywhere, really.
that's true.
He's played first. He's played everywhere in the infield and the outfield. The corner outfield spot. He hasn't been in center, but like he's him and Zeke, Like those two pieces from that Joey Gallo trade are both like the ultimate utility guys. I even saw a thing that they're trying to get Zeke to catch, um, which
Okay.
would be kind of crazy. But that would free up a spot at second for Josh Smith again or Justin Foscue. Um, but Zeke absolutely has to stay in your lineup no matter what with how he's
Yeah,
playing.
he's probably, you mentioned who could make the All-Star team. Like that's probably the top guy in my mind.
Yeah, him and Josh Young are the two. Like, okay, we'll talk about it in a second. Let's go back to what we were just talking about here for a second with like the roster moves and everything. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I think you were right on. Let me actually just pull it up here. I know it was released maybe an hour ago at most. Oh, there's a video of the chaos in New York last night. That was
Bro,
pretty interesting.
win or lose, that would have happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, kind
Yeah,
of
win
like
or lose,
Philly.
they're gonna burn it down. Yeah.
Okay. Rangers roster moves. So transactions for Tuesday. Right-handed pitcher Cole Winn activated from the 15-day IL.
Okay.
Josh Smith injury rehab assignment transferred to AAA Round Rock. And then Winn fills the vacancy on the club's 26-man roster after Texas optioned right-handed pitcher Luis Curvelo to Round Rock.
Cool. Yeah.
So that is the most recent move arounds, but I guess that's pretty common. I don't think that's a sign of the Rangers like something's coming up or someone's coming down in the lineup. I think they're just trying to always have an option. You know, you don't want to get caught with nowhere to go. You don't want to get stuck in a corner. So I think that's what they're doing. But Cole Winn, as far as I can remember, if he gets plugged back into the bullpen there, he was a solid arm.
Yeah, he was okay. He was probably one of the lesser guys on the roster, but I mean, he was just in a lot of higher leverage situations, which I don't think he needs to be. Like he's had a couple bad outings, but for the most part, he's been solid. One guy talking about All-Star stuff now. I don't know how many relievers make it to the All-Star team because pitchers don't get voted on by the fans. But I mean, if Jacob Latz is not on the All-Star team,
Dude.
just get rid of the All-Star game completely because the guy's got a 186 ERA. He has multiple 2-inning saves. Like I don't care if there are guys with low ERAs, but no guy but Jacob Latz is consistently pitching 6 outs in games and getting these saves. They're just coming in for the final 3, but this guy's pitching 6, sometimes 7 innings in relief and getting saves and shutting games down. I mean, the guy's got a 186 ERA, a .62 whip. Like, he's not giving up hardly anything. And that ERA is heavily inflated by one appearance against the Diamondbacks where he gave up 3 runs and didn't get an out. Like, besides that, he's given up 3 runs on the season besides that. He's given up 6 all year and 3 were in one game. So if you take that one outing away, his ERA is probably like 0.5.
And Jacob Latz is your definition of a team player. You know, he talked about wanting to be a starter, fought for that position. Instead, they said, like, hey, we could really use you late in the bullpen. We need someone to really step up. The closing position was a dumpster fire for Texas throughout the first month and a half of the season. Jacob Latz comes in, fills that role, and he seems to really be enjoying it. I'm trying to remember. I was watching him. It was the Friday night game. The Tejas jersey were on, and it's 3-2. He had that 2-inning save there against the Guardians, and it was a nail biter. He kind of moved around the strike zone, but you could tell his confidence never wavered. He knew what he needed to do. He was trying to throw off the hitters. I think runners ended up on first and second, and he never lost his composure. He's a team player. He's got the poise, and yeah, like you said, I really hope the All-Star voters can see that.
And I saw another thing about that game that they won 3-2. They were losing 2-0. I heard it from CY. Tony Romo popped into their booth, and he came in there, and then that's when Higgy hit the home run, and then Wyatt doubled, and Seager homered, gave him a 3-2 lead, and they're like, Tony, you can stay here as long as you want. You're always welcome here.
Absolutely.
He was their good luck charm for that game.
Yeah, I feel like in terms of DFW sports celebrities, Tony Romo obviously went to broadcasting with CBS, but I feel like we hear about Troy Aikman a lot. He's making the beer, he's making appearances, also broadcasting. Tony Romo kind of stayed down low with how much celebrity status he had. I feel like this is the first time I've heard his name since football season. So
Yeah,
I was like, huh. I feel like his name would just travel a bit more.
it's really the first time I've heard his name outside of the studio since he's been retired, pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, like all-star voting, man. Like Jacob Last needs to be on the team. Josh Young needs to be on the team. Ezekiel Duran needs to be on the team. And real quick, I'm gonna look directly into the camera when I say this too.
Go
I'm not even
for
gonna
it.
look at you, but like fan voting is the worst thing in all of sports. Just look at the stats. If you look at the stats, they might not be starters, but they should be on the All-Star team as a backup. All these fans voting for these New York Yankees and these LA Dodgers and these New York Mets with players that have worse stats and have contributed less overall, they end up making it just because they have a larger fan base. Texas is not one of the bigger markets it's one of the smaller markets in baseball. And the fact that we even have some guys that have gotten into all-star games in the past is kind of crazy. It was just 2023 when all the bandwagon fans hopped on. But this team's playing 500 baseball. And so fan voting is going to I could see both of them missing the all-star team. And it'd be stupid if Zeke and Josh Young are not on this all-star team.
I mean,
Abolish fan voting.
I don't see why the MLB doesn't want to step in and intervene because, like you said, you're seeing good players get kicked to the curb when it comes to the All Star game because the New York and Los Angeles fans are the top voters.
We always see, and like Blue Jays fans too, they have an entire country voting for them, and we see it all the time. So many All-Star snubs of guys that should make it from smaller market teams that don't end up making it. I mean, Josh Smith in 2024 and 2025, the guy was hitting like 280 by the All-Star break and was one of the most productive hitters and could play anywhere, but no one knew about him. And so if you weren't a Texas Rangers fan, you weren't voting for him.
And I think this kind of correlates. If you remember the 2023 World Series, it was the Texas Rangers against the Arizona Diamondbacks.
And everyone
if I
complained
recall,
about it.
Everyone complained, and I think it was one of the lower watched World Series in the past 20 years. It's like, what do you want teams to do? Like, settle down and not compete just because they're a small market? Like, think about the fans who cheer these teams on. Like, as baseball fans, I think we should see a turn of heart. Is support a smaller team. You know, we always talk about supporting small businesses or something. Support a smaller team.
I don't know why.
I don't know what's the hatred for not the Yankees or the Mets or the Dodgers.
No, and the Yankees and Mets haven't done anything in years. The Yankees haven't done anything for almost 30 years. They're like the Cowboys. It's the same thing. Like, the Cowboys are one of the biggest football market teams, and they suck every year pretty much. Hopefully this year it's a little different. But
could you imagine if the Pro Bowl was fan voting? Is it fan voting?
It is fan voting. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah,
but the Pro Bowl, okay, the Pro Bowl is the least important of all of the like sports.
It's
all-star
flag
games.
football now.
Seriously,
yeah.
I mean, it goes. It's in terms of like dumbness, it's the NFL, then the NBA right below it, just a little bit under it, but still right up there. And then you go way down to like the NHL because and the NHL All-Star stuff's cool.
They do interesting stuff. Like it's either outdoor stadiums or it's the Olympics.
Yeah, and then baseball. Like baseball and hockey, I could see you saying either one is the best, but they're just leagues above the MLB and the NBA.
Now, baseball used to have
complete joke.
Baseball used to have the best. When the winner of the All-Star game would go to home field advantage in the World Series, that would make me watch. I was always watching.
Like, even then, like even without that, just like the home run derby itself, and like just the nature of baseball, like you're not as likely to get injured playing your hardest, so guys still try in these games. You got so many different players getting involved. Like, I mean, we saw Joey Gallo hit that home run in 2019. Like, that was awesome. Like, it just isn't replicated in other sports. In like basketball, like the dunk contest has been completely just overused. I mean, there's no new dunks you can come up with now. I think they ought to get rid of that. And like, just the games are what, like 180 to 160 because there's zero defense being played in them.
That would kind of get me to watch sometimes. Them 160 games, yeah. There I was like, all right, I'll see what's happening. But yeah, I was never. My phone was also being used
Yeah,
during those
I
All
know.
Star games.
Yeah, and like I just love the MLB like All-Star Weekend. The home run derby is always great, especially when Pete Alonso is always in it, and like
Oh
they
yeah,
showed him doing his like weights in the back, and like while he's waiting, he's lifting weights and doing
yeah.
squats and deadlifts. And it's like, man, dude, this is not that serious, but I'm so glad you're taking it this serious, because that was about all he could do was the All-Star or the home run derby, because he was like a 220, 240 hitter with New York. Um, how is he doing, by the way? I wonder how he's
He's with
doing.
the Baltimore Orioles,
Yeah,
if
I
I'm
wonder how
correct.
his stats are. Let me see. I want to look this up real quick. Pete
Yeah,
Alonso.
give it a gander.
He's hitting 239 with 13 home runs and 41 RBIs.
Hard to
He's
complain.
got he's got a 757 OPS. Okay, yeah, not too terrible. But
I'd have to
yeah,
look at his paycheck, see if he's worth his money. But
I mean, probably not what they paid him, but
yeah,
um, yeah, I just love the MLB All-Star stuff. Like the game itself is great. It's just a normal baseball game, but just with all the superstars. Um, like who doesn't want to see Paul Skeens versus Aaron Judge? Like that's
yeah, it was going to be Tarek
awesome.
Skubal, but
Yeah.
he's been out. Like,
Um, it's great. Yeah. But I think seriously, probably the only three Rangers who realistically have a chance of making it are Josh Young, Ezekiel Duran, and Jacob Latz. Maybe like Jacob Junis or another reliever have a chance of making it just because of their low ERAs. But I think out of your lineup, it's just Zeke and Josh Young. I don't think anyone else done enough to warrant it. Maybe Jock, but he doesn't have as many at bats as the other guys, so I don't think he's even in consideration.
and if you looked at his April stats, you'd see a clear argument for maybe not being an All Star.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm excited for this Rangers team though coming up. I think that we've hit a groove. They've hit a groove. I'm excited to see them hopefully ride this momentum into these next couple series. You've got the Royals coming up, and then I believe at home against the Guardians. No, that already happened. Who are they playing next after the Royals?
So I think I was pulling up the schedule. I
Yeah.
was actually we our minds were alike there. We were trying to go through the next little chunk of the schedule here. So let me pull it up. You got 3 on the road at
Okay,
Kansas
Royals
City
and Red
here.
Sox.
Then yep, Red Sox, Twins, San Diego if you want to really go through June. So yeah, a lot of interesting series, but I feel
And these
like
are
none of these teams are better than Texas coming up.
and that's the thing, is this is a huge opportunity. It's you haven't played well against teams under 500 though. You've played much better against teams winning their division this year. And so, which is a great sign. Like it shows you can play with the best. Like you competed in that Dodgers series. You might have only won 1 out of 3, but you were right there with them the entire time.
Same with the
And
Yankee
you've
series.
competed with all these teams. Same with the Yankees. You've competed in all these games, but then you go and get swept by the Angels. You lose a bunch to the Astros. Like these teams that are below you record wise, you aren't playing as well against. So that's the only thing that scares me with this. I mean, you did just sweep the Royals, so hopefully you should be able to at least take 2 out of 3 on the road against them. But it is also these next 6 games on the road. The Rangers, pitching wise, have not been great on the road. Offense has actually been a little better on the road because you're not hitting at Globe Life Field.
Yeah.
But yeah, pitching's been giving up a lot more. Offense has been not being able to keep up with how much they're giving up. So hopefully that something changes over this 6-game road trip, because this is a huge opportunity. The Royals are terrible. The Red Sox are last in their division. The Twins are third in that division. They're 30 and 37. Like those are your next 3 series, and all of them have a way losing record.
And June is just a pivotal time of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to that All Star break, that's when your front office starts making phone calls. It's like, who are we keeping? Who could we buy for? And now, while I don't see the Rangers being a team that's gonna really write some checks, really dig into the pocketbook, but they're definitely gonna listen to a phone call if someone says like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, we're trying to get rid of what is his name? Luis Arias, the second baseman from I want to say either the Cardinal. There's
I
Arias,
think
the
is he
second
with? Yeah,
baseman.
yeah, yeah. Is he with the Mets right now? Or
Yes, I think National League for sure. I can't exactly remember, but there's a
no,
few
he's not with
candidates
the.
who are a consistent bat, maybe another utility type of player. If it, say Josh Smith never really turns the corner, coming back from viral meningitis,
Mm-hmm.
I hope he. It seems like he's back in Round Rock
Yeah, he
now.
should be fine.
Yeah, but yeah, there's pieces that if say the Rangers still kind of sit around 500 in the month of June,
Mm-hmm.
there's a chance people will start thinking it's not going to change. This is the time to turn that corner and make people believe that the
Keep the
Rangers are
Giants.
better than just sitting around I was about to say the Mendoza line, but that's for batting average. But yeah, just right around the middle. We got to get out of that territory.
Yeah, and it's crucial that you win most of these games. You got to win probably at least 4 of these next 6, preferably 5. The Mariners are playing the Orioles in 7 of their next 10 games. They have a 3-game series. They have a 4-game series against the Orioles, and then a 3-game series, and in the middle is a 3-game against the Nationals, which they're 34 and 33. They're as average as you get. So they've got a pretty cupcake schedule here these next couple series, and they've already been playing better baseball. So if you end up kind of going on a little cold streak here, you give the Mariners a healthy cushion in that division. And all of a sudden, it looks like the division race is wrapping up before June's over. Um,
Yep.
which we've seen crazier things, but you want to be the team that's crawling from behind the entire season, like unless it's you're right behind them, you have a chance to win the last week of the season. You don't want to be that team that's 20 games back, still in the playoff race maybe, but yeah, you don't want to be like the Rockies
Yeah.
being in that division with the Dodgers. But yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for the Rangers, hoping that they put Jock at leadoff and
Yeah.
that he's able to um, continue to do better. Or if they don't put him at leadoff, that he's still able to hit the ball. Um, I don't know. I want to see him keep succeeding. Oh, they did put him in leadoff. Man, I'm a genius.
There you go.
Um, but yeah, so they've got Langford hitting 5 actually. So
Interesting. Yep.
yeah,
Duran
uh,
6. Hmm.
yeah. So I like that though, keeping Jock in the leadoff spot. That's where he's thrived
It
this
works.
season. Yeah.
Yep.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But yeah, I think now we can do this 82-0. I've never done. Let's see if this works on here or not.
We're gonna start sharing our screens
Yes,
class.
sir.
Did you
All
ever
right,
have
yeah,
the breakout rooms back when COVID took over school?
did actually.
Man, that's when you knew it was bad. It's like,
Yeah,
all right, for people who don't want to do anything right
yeah, man.
now.
I remember one time we just all sat in there and just talked,
Yeah,
and we
that's
didn't we
that's
didn't
how
actually
breakout rooms
do
went.
anything. Yeah, breakout rooms. COVID, man. The beginning of COVID, I I did not do anything because it started before the school year ended. So like that, like March and April and May, like
You're already kind of weaning off of school.
yeah,
You're like, all right, let's start wrapping it up.
they would already like they'd have the classes, but like they weren't mandatory to come to. Like they were like, oh, here's our meeting time, and then here's the homework. I was never at the meeting time, man. I was sleeping straight through that because here's my schedule during COVID, pretty much the entirety of COVID, up until the school year started. So from like that, like late March to like August when the next school year started, and even kind of when that school year, because we were still in like lockdown during that. But I was um I was waking up at like 1 p.m. So like classes had already been over. They're all in the morning because these teachers, I don't know why they're making these classes so early. Um, playing Call of Duty till about 3 in the morning. Always
Oh
playing
yeah.
with my friends. Rinse and repeat. Sleep from about 3:30 till about 1. Get on, play Call of Duty until 3 in the morning. With food and stuff and bathroom breaks, obviously. Um, and that was it. And then do homework when I wanted to. But it was it was not very productive. A
Yeah,
lot of
me
productive time.
neither. I always found a way to like sit by my parents' pool back then because it was high school. Like, yeah, I was never just like, man, let's get my school done. It was-
Yeah. So for those of you who cannot see, those of you listening to the audio versions of this, doing 82and0.com, just a basketball thing. You get 5 rounds of a draft. You want to fill out a whole lineup. You get a random team and a random era, and then it'll generate you a bunch of different players, and you have to try to go 82and 0 or as close to it as possible. Um, so
the
we
era
will
being
say,
just like the decade.
yeah, the decade.
Right.
So we will be saying whatever it is for those who can't see it, because we love to make it accessible for everyone. Yeah, our first spin here. Let's just go ahead, get right into it. Philadelphia in the 2000s.
That looks pretty easy to me. I
I
see
mean,
Allen Iverson.
yeah, I mean, who else could you even take instead of
The only
Allen
AI I
Iverson?
like.
Yeah, where do you want to put him at?
Oh,
Point
do we
guard or
leave
shooting
point guard
guard?
open? I feel like
Can
you only
you
leave.
move them after, or once you put them
No,
there, are
once
they
once
there?
you place them, you're stuck.
All right.
I like to leave it open in case you get like a Luca or a Damian
So where are
Lillard.
we putting
I
them?
think shooting guard for
Shooting
AI.
guard. All right. Cool. All right. Our next spin. Cleveland in the 2010s. We get LeBron, baby. Yes,
There you
sir.
go. Yep, I was already thinking that small
Yeah.
forward.
Yes, sir. Man, we might do a couple of these, or you
That's-
might get it first try.
That's a hot start. I do know the best player in the game is that 60s Wilt from the Lakers.
Yeah. All right, Charlotte in the 2010s.
Oof.
I spoke a little too soon.
Let's look. Okay, I see Gerald Wallace there. 17 a game, 9 rebounds a game. Maybe a power I could see him at the power forward.
Yeah.
Or oh no, there's Al Jefferson with better
Al
numbers.
Jefferson's there.
But I don't
Yeah,
I don't think that's my center. I think that's my power forward.
Yeah. All right. Sacramento in the 90s.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know any of these people.
Me neither.
Okay. Well,
Imagine if we were on the Hoops IQ mode.
yeah. Oh no, yeah, no. Just put Chris Webber at center.
Yeah, I like
Leave
it.
that point guard open. All right. And our final player, Houston in the 80s. Oh,
There you
man.
go. Oh, but we took a center.
Dude,
Oh,
oh, come on, man.
Who's our point guard?
Oh.
Oh boy.
Calvin Murphy. That's who we're gonna have
One
to pick.
rebound a game.
And the page could not be found.
Is
Well,
that
that's-
what's wrong with it? We heard rumors that something's not working with 82 and
But we
0,
just tested it and it worked. Wow, that's hilarious, actually.
We're gonna say that
I
when.
wonder,
Oh,
yeah, that was.
yeah, center
I went
reloaded?
back.
It wasn't gonna go 82 and 0 anyways.
Yeah.
Run it back. Here we
Okay,
go.
let's try that again. Wait, this changed. What in the world? This
It's
is
not like the
different
big
now.
screen anymore. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Chicago
in
2000s.
2000. Oh man, we could probably put Jalen or Derrick Rose. Yes.
Yeah.
We could put Jalen Rose somewhere.
Yeah, put him
Probably-
at shooting guard, I feel
Yeah.
like.
This is probably not going to work again, and this is going to be really embarrassing. All right. Ooh, Russell Westbrook though.
Ooh yeah.
But is that who we want at point guard or?
Uh,
Oh, never
I
mind.
just-
This is the Wizards and the. Never mind.
Like,
This
I don't
isn't
trust
Thunder.
Bradley
This isn't Thunder
Beal.
Westbrook.
but he's still averaging a double-double.
Yeah.
Almost a triple-double. But that's just probably
Yeah.
using his career stats.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Russ at the point. Russ at the point.
Spurs in the 90s. I mean,
That's
Tim
that
Tim
front
Duncan.
court. Yeah, yeah.
Tim Duncan or
Robinson.
David Robinson.
You go Duncan. Duncan,
As the
perennial
power
superstar.
forward.
Yeah, power forward.
Phoenix in the 90s. Charles Barkley.
There we
baby.
go.
Yeah.
Chuckster. When a guy is banging you, what?
No, sir. All right, and now we have to take a center. Man, we keep putting the players in the wrong spot
I
because we could
know.
have. All right,
Walt Bellamy. Okay.
70 and 12. Okay,
Okay,
so
it
it did it
works.
that time.
Yep.
All right, let's do this one more time. Do
Yep.
this one more time and try to get this. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Shaq, baby. We're taking Shaq. You have any opposition to that?
Nope. I mean, Magic's there, but you're talking
But
an
I mean, you're
older
talking
Magic.
talking
Yeah.
Lakers Shaq. Come on,
Yeah.
Cleveland in the 80s.
World Be Free. His name seems to pop up in this game a lot.
I have no idea who that is. That doesn't sound like a real person.
For some reason, his name reminds me of Meta World Peace. Like, there's World Be Free and Meta World Peace.
You want to put him at the shooting guard?
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, I'll take 23 points a game there. Come on, give us the Mavericks, man. All right,
Moses Malone.
we
Oh,
get
but we.
dude.
Okay,
mean,
Elvin
I mean,
Hayes. Yeah. Elvin Hayes at the power forward doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, I think that's a good. Yeah, that's good. Come on, give us some like. Okay, ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
there it is. They're taking Giannis. Where do you
Yep.
want him? Leave the point guard open, or do you want to leave? This is a
I
tough
think I'd
decision.
rather leave. We've been struggling with relying on the last pick. I say
Mm-hmm.
Giannis at the point guard.
All right,
Lock it up.
watch. Now we're gonna get Luca. Okay. Hey, this worked out perfectly.
Hey.
There we go. Dominique Wilkins, the Clippers in the 90s.
Mm.
What? How is that worse? How is that
So
worse?
weird. I guess we have a lot of scorers, not a lot of rebounding. Well, I mean, Giannis with
No,
11
we
a
have
game.
we have 3 guys that are averaging over 10.
That's silly.
I don't know. That's kind of doesn't make sense. And the rating's higher. It was 92 and we got 95 this time for points. And we ended up with a worse record. I don't know how this game works. This was my first time doing it, but I think it's pretty
Yeah.
stupid.
Maybe next time we'll do 17 and 0, do the NFL version.
Well, they have an NFL one.
I've heard about it. I haven't been able to find the website. Let's see here. It's my computer here, so stand by. Yeah, it does not exist. That might not
Okay.
be the correct link, at least.
I think they have a baseball one, probably a 162 and 0, maybe. I don't know.
That'd be
Well,
fun.
that could be something we could look for in the future. But yeah,
Another
real quick,
riveting edition.
yeah, real quick, just updated finals predictions. The Spurs took it last night. It's now 2-1 Knicks. What do you think?
I'm thinking that it's just going to go back and forth. The Knicks took two. I think the Spurs will take two. I think the road team stands out in the first part of the series, and then it goes to San Antonio. It's tied 2-2. And that's where the Knicks get back out in front. And then I think they win the series in Madison Square Garden. Here's why. The Spurs youth has decided to really poke its head out.
Mhm.
We've been waiting for it. I thought the celebration at the end of the Thunder series was interesting. They really and young confidence is great, but I think they might have jumped the gun. You know, who was the best guy in the playoffs? Mamba mentality. Job's not finished. I think they might have tripped over their own foot in that instance mentally. And that's why I feel like they struggled at home. San Antonio, not the best market, but the team they have is the Spurs. I feel like that home environment was okay. They put on the shirts. It's not going to compare to the Well, I think the president might have hurt the MSG environment. Another topic
Yeah.
for another day. But yeah, I feel like the Spurs had every opportunity to take home field. They didn't, or home court, and they didn't. So now you left that window open for the Knicks to win it. So that's who I got.
Yeah, I mean, just looking through the first 3 games of the series, I think it all depends on Jalen Brunson. He's not played the best. He's not played as well as he could. He's not shooting very well. If he continues to struggle, I could easily see the Spurs getting right back into this and maybe even taking the series. But if Jalen Brunson's able to start knocking these shots down like he's been doing so well all season long, yeah, I think they've got this one in the bag,
But
which is so interesting.
I think it also speaks to like Josh Hart. He's a
Mhm.
guy who I feel like when the Knicks are firing on all cylinders, actually has like 0 to 5 points. But then he popped off for I believe over 10, almost 20 last night. So they just have so many pieces on offense that can strike, move the offense around, run at different paces. So
Mhm.
I just feel the Spurs to be the streakier team and the Knicks to be a bit more consistent.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here. Those are the finals predictions. This has been another wonderful, wonderful episode. We're so excited to have Jay back. May even be getting a special guest, um, Joshua Dean, at some point in the
We
future.
got to talk
Maybe,
some college
yeah,
football with him. So
yeah, maybe somewhere down the line when we get closer to college football. Um, yeah, this has been another episode of the Field House. We will be, I think, finally releasing episodes every Monday and Wednesday or Thursday. Still trying to figure that one out. But have a great rest of your day whenever you're listening to this, and we will see you next time.
next time.